watching the Mystical Green Beanie.
Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? I'm the Mystical Green Beanie. First things first, sorry if I sound like I'm super tired or dying. I stayed up to watch E3 and I just finished a paper that's due later today. But yeah, no. Anyways, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do an E3 discussion this year. There's just a lot going on with everybody right now. But no matter what, I did want to talk about the trailer for Marvel's Avengers, which dropped at the Square Enix presentation. And this is a game that I'm looking forward to. Of course, I have some reservations, mainly relating to the fact that this is a game that's being developed by Square Enix and Crystal Dynamic. More so, my worries lie with Square Enix since, and I have no idea why people forget this, Square Enix is just as bad as EA, and I actually had a discussion with a buddy of mine about this, and he's far more pessimistic than I am, but he said that his fear with the game is that he's afraid that it'll release and turn out to be nothing more than Marvel's Anthem. That said, Square Enix and Marvel Games have confirmed that there will be no loot boxes or microtransactions in this game, so that's reassuring to hear. Also, they did announce that they would be adding more and more characters from the Marvel Universe as the in-game narrative progresses. So, what does that mean? Well, from the way they worded it, it basically sounds like this will be Marvel's Warframe. It's using the games as a service model, and the story will span for however long they can think of content for it, which honestly doesn't sound too bad, especially once you consider that online you'll be able to play with up to 3 other people. And I have expressed my reservations with this being a games as a service title, but the more I think about it, the more I come around on the idea, and honestly can't really see any other alternative to doing an Avengers style game in a modern gaming era. Of the characters confirmed, we have Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Black Widow, and Ant-Man, even though we don't really see Ant-Man in costume. And again, they've already confirmed that the roster is set to expand, and I hope we get Doctor Strange. That's just, a wish that I have, because I like that character. And Hawkeye, I want Hawkeye in this game. Why does he keep getting shafted? No pun intended. That said, I will say that I think it's weird how Taskmaster blowing up the Golden Gate Bridge and destroying Heligear is grounds for the Avengers to break up for 5 years. Like, ignoring the fact that stuff like this happens in the comics all the time, similar occurrences happened in the MCU, and even then, in a cinematic setting, when they broke up, they didn't really break up. So, that's just a weird thing for me. But yeah, moving on to gameplay, or, what little of it we got, it looked decent. Honestly, I was hoping for a little more at this point. Not to sound entitled or anything, but I'm totally going to sound entitled right now. This game has been in development for 2 years. Maybe longer? I wish we got more gameplay footage. Especially since the game drops in under a year, which means that the beta's probably going to drop in another 6 to 7 months. I don't know. I guess I was just expecting a little more in this department. Also, I'm pretty sure that it's been confirmed that we'll be able to customize the Avengers, sort of like how we could customize the DC characters in Injustice 2, but I gotta say, these costumes that they revealed in the trailer are awful. Captain America looks like a character from Rainbow Six Siege wearing a Captain America skin. He looks terrible. Same with Thor. I think I know what they were going for with him, but ultimately, he just ends up looking like a medieval warrior more so than an ancient Norse warrior. But again, I know we'll be able to customize these guys in the game, so I'm not too bent out of shape about that. And finally, this is just something that irked me when watching the trailer, and further got under my skin when seeing people's reactions to it. Look, I understand that the MCU is a thing. Now, I understand that for a lot of people, in fact, the majority of the population, the Marvel Disney Avengers films is their default for those characters. That said, I feel like this game didn't know whether or not it wanted to be heavily influenced by the MCU or be its own thing. Because there are parts of it where I feel like it's trying to be unique, and then there are other parts where it feels like yet another watered down MCU clone. First and foremost, some of the voice acting, which I'm honestly not a huge fan of. Despite the fact that I'm a huge fan of those voice actors, it feels to me like they were trying too hard to portray these characters like they are in the MCU, and part of that is the reason why there's gonna be so many discount Avengers memes. Like, instead of casting Laura Bailey as great value Scarlett Johansson, why not have her be Black Widow with her traditional Russian accent? Or, you know, just cast someone who can do a female Russian accent. Or, you know, instead of telling Nolan North to do his best Robert Downey Jr. impression, they should have just written Tony to be like traditional comic book Tony Stark, where he's less jokey and more serious. Then again, I also feel like if you're going to cast Nolan North, of all people, to lend his voice talent for an Avengers game, then you've missed the opportunity to cast him as Hawkeye. But it is what it is. But as is, he sounds like a fake Robert Downey Jr. Just like everyone else who's done voice work for Iron Man in animation and gaming since the movies have come out. With the wonderfully odd exception of Tony in the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon. And even having the Helicarrier, you know, featured in this as a tool used by the Avengers, it just feels like half-assed synergy. You know, like they wanted to be similar to the MCU, but they also wanted to do their own thing, and it just looks confused. But overall, I like what I saw. The game looks decent. You know, not mind-blowing, but decent. That said, the game comes out in 11 months. These guys have time to iron out any wrinkles that the game might have. And at the end of the day, this did what any good game trailer does. And it got me interested in this game. But what about you? What are your thoughts regarding E3's reveal trailer for Marvel's Avengers? Let me know down below in the comment section. Also, if you liked this video, hit the like button, share, support the channel, and if you want to see more content like this, all you have to do is subscribe. I'm the Mystical Green Beanie. Thank you for watching, and as always, until next time, adios nachos, adios.
Charged up.